Today we got a special guest. Our first guest, to anchor our show, Corporate Cartel Media. We got the heart of the trenches news. All right, bro. Introduce yourself for the people that may come across this interview that's unfamiliar with your platform and your movement.
Man, on the streets they call me Swipe, in the trenches, Swiper. Wherever you at, they know me as Swiper in the city, out south. Trenches News, my platform. I got 36,000 subscribers, almost 8 million views. I've been on YouTube for 8 months. And it's just been love, man. I appreciate all the Trenches News supporters and everybody who support me and rocking with us and me and my family.
That's what's up, on the real. All right, so let me go here with it. All right, so let's start from the beginning. All right, so where you from? Where you from? Where you come? We know you come from the trenches, but where you from, bro?
I'm from 39th. 39th, I'm from Newtown, 38, 37, baby. Born and raised. My family, all of them been over there. Grandparents, father, mother, everybody, brothers. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Low end, 39th, Newtown.
Okay. So over there on the low end, I know Mama Duck and them is from the low end from interviews she done gave. So she spoke about that. That's where you know Brick and Duck and Mama Duck and them from too?
Yeah, actually, where Brick and Duck them from originally, Newtown was into it with them. You know what I'm saying? As we growing up, but
let me ask you this: where Brick and Duck and them was from originally? Who was down into it with Newtown?
The IDB Wells, the extensions, all that's the IDB Wells. And the only thing separated us was Cottage Grove. We was on one side of Cottage Grove, they was on the other side. You know, we was into it. But we broke that. We ended up breaking that, you know, that curse. The older guys being into it with them, we broke it.
Right.
Like Brick was my homies, so they was able to come around.
Right, so y'all played as kids, or it was just like y'all just knew of each other and y'all was, the neighborhoods was, you know, warring or whatever. Y'all didn't play as kids or nothing like that.
No, we weren't playing as kids. It was wartime.
Right, okay.
But we ain't had nothing to do with that.
Up.
We ain't had nothing to do with that. It was our older homies had something to do with that.
But as y'all grew
as
up,
we
y'all
got
clicked.
grown, yeah, me and Brick done clicked. That's my boy. I love Brick.
Right, I get it. I see. You got any memories of them from back then, or not? Brick and Duck and them, or not really? It was
back then, I ain't got no memories of Duck. Duck was little, so I ain't got no memories of him. You know, I remember Duck walking around and stuff. But Brick, we was in the extensions buildings, the projects. Brick was hustling. Brick used to be hustling, so I come over there, sitting under there. Shout out Lil Stank them, Lil Killer them. I was over there in they buildings and stuff. Brick would be all through the buildings in the EX. You know, Brick was like he was over there for St. Louis. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody respected Brick, loved him.
Yeah,
you know,
Brick was a real one.
He was a real one, bro.
Yeah.
He been the real one since day one.
Everybody say that.
He been the real one since day one.
How was it when you coming outside, growing up over there on the low end?
Man,
when you was a shorty?
I ain't gonna lie. On the low end, it was structure. It was structure on the low end. So it wasn't, you just couldn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's like my block, it's like we had like a lot of different, you know, personalities, hotheads. You know what I'm talking about? They'll strike at will. You know what I'm talking about? So I say it was dangerous, but you know, it's like the kids. It wasn't no kids getting killed really. Like some kids died, of course, but it wasn't no kids dying and shit like getting killed by the gang members or the so-called gang members. Yeah, and man, we used to be able to go everywhere, man. We used to be able to get on the bus and go everywhere. We were going to every neighborhood. It wasn't no boundaries. You hear me? It wasn't like it is now. Like now they can't go 2 blocks over.
Right.
Or they can't leave off their block.
Right. It's like each block is its own hood damn near now, huh? Kinda. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna even lie. So when you growing up, you had any siblings?
Oh yeah, I got siblings. I got 4 brothers and 9 sisters.
Oh dang, so y'all was deep.
No, we was deep, but we stayed right down the hall from each other. Like my mama, it's a long story though, but my daddy left on OG and he moved down the hall with another lady.
Oh, right. So it was your dad had you had a lot of brothers and sisters because your dad had two separate situations basically.
Yeah,
I mean, not
basically.
To, yeah,
Hey, not
yeah,
to. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it
yeah.
1,000, 100.
Yeah,
You know
ain't
what I
no,
mean?
yeah. It's
Like
how it be
yeah,
sometimes.
that's how he had it.
Yeah.
Shit, you know, he
Yeah.
had our crib, and then you know you can always come back. You know how it is from you being grown now,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
always come back to the situation and hit BM and then slide back to the crib. You know what I'm talking about? And it was right down the hall.
Yeah, love is
10:01,
love, man.
10:06. But my daddy was there though.
Yeah.
He might run in the crib, but he was right there. He
Yeah,
made sure everything was straight. You know what I'm talking about?
That's my next question. Like I was gonna ask, like, so your pops was around then, like.
Oh yeah, my pops always been around. My pops a hustler, number one hustler. Like my pops, he took advantage of the projects, man. Like why is everybody else selling drugs and shit like that? My daddy, he had pizza puff and fries. He had steak burgers. He had white T-shirts. He had ice cream. The ice cream buckets from 31 Flavors from Baskin Robbins. My daddy had them in the crib in deep freezers. He was selling them $5 a cup.
I want to highlight something when you saying that because, you know, with your message that you be giving, like trying to steer the youth into the right direction, it's like you ain't got to sell drugs to be a hustler or a scam or something. That's hustling. You see what I'm saying? It's like you figuring out a way to take care of your babies. You know what I mean? Like that's hustling, right? You feel me? Like I just want to point that out. Like that's real. You know what I mean? That he in your life. So it's like. So was your dad in the streets at all? Like,
how my dad was in the streets after he came home from his murder in 79. I was a baby. No, he got charged with the murder in 79. And then I don't remember none of that because I wasn't born yet. And then I came along 85. I came along, and you know he came. He was home then. I was a baby though. He was home. I remember, you know, a little swole. But I do remember me going to Centralia, and I feel like that's a curse. We're going to get to that later when you ask the question, but it's a curse because it was like, my mama be joking about it, but like we really was made on Centralia Yard or Stateville, like between me and my brothers now, and that's just keeping it real.
Yeah.
We was made in prison, like, because my daddy was locked up, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know, my OG pregnant, my daddy was locked up. How the hell, you know? But
right. But look, that's not far fetched because I want to just share. Like I was jammed up before. I was in Vienna one time. Them old heads said they used to just do it on the yard. They used to, you know what I mean? Like they ran the joint.
It was picnics.
Yeah, on the real.
It was picnics. They bring their blankets out. The guards in the towers, they ain't worried about nothing. Everybody got their separate place. You know, Centralia Yard big. You know, you can stretch out a couple homeless camps on one of them yards. So
that's where Larry Hoover was at when they bugged this joint down there in Vienna. Like, so it was wide open back then. So that ain't far fetched. But let me ask you this then. Okay, so down there where you from on 39th, Newtown. You spoke about an OG who started Newtown. What was his name again? The OG who established it.
Oh no, it wasn't no. I can't say like one person. Newtown back then, it was like a group of guys who came together from different neighborhoods. Like some came from the Dip-1, some came from the 80s, some was in Newtown already, but it was Man Park. You know, they came together and they made history. They legends. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of all my homies, if they ain't dead, the OGs or my OGs, like they legends. Like they legends.
Okay, I might have missed. I might not have phrased that question right. I'm talking about like what was the guy name who you said he was a young guy and he went to go see Larry Hoover because we were just speaking about Larry Hoover in Vienna. You said it was like what's his name, Chuck or something like that.
Oh yeah. You talking about Chuck? Yeah, you talking about Bush, show fella, man. A great. You know, you got to be a great. You going to see Larry Hoover at 17 years old, man. You going to see him in the joint at 17. So you got to be a great. That speaks for itself, volumes of itself. But yeah, he was the smallest person. He the one who made me believe, like, man, you could be short and a lion. You hear me? Chuck got to be 4'11". He got all the power on the low end. You hear me? Yeah. That amazed me. I'm a kid, but I'm thinking that. I'm thinking ahead. I always been a leader. You hear me? My daddy always used to point his hand in my face. You better not be no damn follower. You hear me? Every time I walk out that door to go to school or you better not. you know what I'm talking about? I'd rather you get in trouble for being a leader. And that's what probably I got in trouble a lot for being a leader, though, for real.
Yeah, that's what's up on the real. I'm gonna get back into your pops too. I want to talk more about like with Newtown since we on that topic. But it's like, okay, so so the guy Chuck, he didn't start it, but he just was. What was that story about? Like how that go? Like with Chuck, you like how do he fit into Newtown?
Oh, Chuck and them came from the Dearborns. They came from the Dearborns projects. And like I said, they wasn't, I don't think they was GDs then. They was MOCs. Like it wasn't no GDs over there, none of that. It was like Moroccan stones, the fort right there. You know, the fort just right to us, south of us. South of us, right 39th, the fort, where Jeff Ford and them was at. So Chuck came from the Dearborns. He had got you know what I'm talking about, did what he had to do to get what he had, to get what he got. And, you know, he was going to see Larry. He started getting position. You know what I'm saying? You know, it been back doing, how they say back door, now that shit been going on. We just didn't have no titles to shit, you know what I'm saying, growing up. We ain't had no titles like that. Like standing over and all that. We ain't had them type of titles.
We ain't had them definitions.
Yeah, we ain't had them definition words. It was just plain and simple. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, Chuck did what he had to do, man. He was a leader, fierce. He a legend, and his voice was heard. Like
so he got backdoored.
Yeah, he got backdoored.
What happened to him? Like where he just somebody like they snaked him in.
You know, with from what I get, you know, I was young, but you know, just being around. And you know, you pay attention to things. So we was smart growing up. Just like the kids smart now, we was smart as hell growing up.
We had to do more. It was like we was more responsible or something when you look at kids today. That's how I view it.
We was just more responsible than them.
We had
our mama could leave us in the house. Our mother could leave us in the house for a day and be gone to Wisconsin and drive back, and our house wouldn't be on fire. Now, the kids have a Project X party.
Exactly.
So yeah, Chuck. Speaking of, but Chuck though, yeah, he ended up getting back though. You know what I'm talking about, and that's how Newtown became BDs. You know what I'm saying? After that, it wasn't no money or none of that. Newtown got millionaires. You know what I'm talking about? Millionaires, legit millionaires. Got properties, been had properties. You know what I'm saying? Some hit the lottery, some. You know what I'm talking about?
However it go.
However it go. But you know what I'm talking about? It wasn't for no money. They killed Chuck and folks
for position probably or
something. For position of power. They couldn't stand, you know, that a young dude like this got this much power. He going to see Larry Hoover. We old, broke. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what happened.
Right.
They backdoored him.
So then from that, guys came from all around. They started Newtown, and then it established.
No, it was Newtown when Chuck was alive.
Oh, it was already Newtown.
Yeah, it was Newtown. It was Newtown when Chuck was alive. It was Newtown.
I see.
Yeah, but it was Newtown when Chuck was around. When Chuck was alive.
Okay, I see.
They got killed in '96. Chuck got killed in '96. So yeah. He was.
So from there, basically. You still, okay, it is 96, so you still kind of a shorty still. So when did you end up moving off of the low end? Like how long did you stay over there? Like what age did you move?
Shit, I moved out actually, man, my daddy had got this good ass job. We moved out the projects. We was neighbors with Mr. T now, man. The 18, Mr. T.
Damn.
We was neighbors with them. Them was our friends, bro. Mr. T, the people who owned the Amco gas stations, them was our friends. I'm talking about Saturday parties. When they invite us to parties, bro, everybody, Michael Jordan's for everybody. They been doing that Oprah shit, them people. So we was staying down there for a couple of years. We moved to 33rd out of Newtown for a couple of years. And then my mother and my daddy broke up. They split up with each other, so we moved right back to the same apartment that we moved from. It was just 3 years later.
Damn. So y'all was living next to Mr. T. Damn, that's crazy. I remember Mr. T with the gold chains.
Yeah,
boy.
we was standing down there, Groveland Park, all down there. We was standing down there amongst the rich, bro, on everything. We was still on the low end though. We were walking to Newtown every day, but we had the best of both worlds. We had them trick or treating party. You had all the rich neighborhoods was back there, so we was getting first class candy. The big taffy apples, you know, in the hood, they don't want to give out nothing. You know, they got to rob them for the candy in the hood.
Yeah, that's. Hey, I wonder. So look, you said you got to rob. So how you get the name Swipe, bro?
Man.
Like you talking about you got to rob.
Hey, no bullshit, man. I'm talking about 06. I'm gonna say 06. This when it really hit. This when it really the swiper really hit. My big brother, Freak, Imani.
You still on the low end at this time?
Right, yeah, I'm still on the low end. My brother, rest in peace to Freak, on everything. Bro, I'm talking about I went on a spree, no bullshit, bro. I got a shotgun in a golf bag. A shotgun, 12-gauge shotgun in a golf bag. I just went on a spree, bro. All I can tell you is, next morning, everybody blowing up my homies and them phone. Like, man, he took us down. He took drug dealers. He took us down. He took us down. I knew it was him. It was him. You know what I'm talking about? And they like, bro, he swiped. So after he gave me the name Swiper, he like, now y'all know what my little brother do. So don't be calling me telling me what you do. So they'll still hang around. They up they bankrolls. You know, people come from out of town. When you come from out of town, you know, you ain't been on the block in a minute, you become a victim. I ain't gonna need a lot to you. So for y'all who been out of town, just stay out of town. Cause look, once you come on the block, they gonna try you on everything. You better have your Glock 23 with that stick, you hear me? Cause they gonna try you on everything. Cause my homies never pulled out bankrolls. My homies now from the same block since Tyler's pull out a bankroll and I'm like, hey, I need that for, I ain't gonna lie to you. You hear me? It was that type of time.
It was that real, bro?
I needed it. I needed it for real. I needed it.
So that Swipe, that's how you did it.
Yeah, that's Swiper. I was swiping everybody, bro. That was my MO, bro.
So I want to so you down there in the Jets, it's the low end. How you getting away with shit like that if the mob structured at that time and all that? Like how you sliding and gliding like that, or you at war with the mob too, or
No. This 06, this was like
okay.
now the Calumet building gone down, so all the structure fell. All the heads who is out there, they ran. They scared. The feds then came.
Right.
They took the Calumet building, so it's like it ain't really no everybody radicals and into it. You know, everybody still in structure mode. You still got a placement. You know what I'm talking about? Because when you go behind the walls, there's still people in placement that's running the street. You know what I'm talking about? But like stuff like that. But it's It was still cool, bro. It wasn't no killing or none of that. Everything was like I was still able. My block was in oblock, what they call oblock. It was Parkway then. Since 02, we've been in that. Since our last building fell, we've been in my whole block been in oblock.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so your building fell in 02 then, so 06 then you in the O on that.
No, 06 I was still on the low end.
You still was going back home.
We had an alley row house.
Right.
We had an alley row house.
Right.
You hear me? We had 2 alley row houses. We had one on 37 and we had one on this, and we got a red building. You know what I'm talking about? So we got land still. We ain't got to go there, but half of the guys went there because, you know, the females there. It's a party every day. It's a project. So their mentality was, you know, they still in the buildings. But we was down on the low end. We had another mentality. We was on the low end with all the shit. Me and my little homies now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So.
Yeah, that's all right. So when you saying y'all had a building and all that, so you saying that's Newtown specifically. That ain't the BDs. That's the Newtown specifically. So Newtown is different than Newtown is separate basically in a sense, or it's like its own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Newtown is a different block. Like Newtown different than O Block. Newtown different than Lamb.
But Newtown is everywhere. But Newtown is everywhere.
Newtown everywhere.
So why would make Newtown? I mean, okay, I get it. It'd be just like if O Block moved around, but they just still together. Like they just still know each other.
Yeah, but they scattered out. Like
people
be asking me. People be like, man, bro, how you be able to go all around the city? How you be like that? And I try to explain to them, hey, look, if you lived in a building, this is just one building. This is just one building amongst our projects. Look, you got to think about it. It's one from 1001 to 1010. Let's say back then in the projects, You know, you got cousins, aunties, grandmas, everybody staying. So it's 10 people in each apartment. We're gonna say roughly it's 7 to 10 people in each apartment. It's 10 apartments on each floor. So that's about down there 100 people on each floor. So go down the floors from 1 through 10. You count that. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And then you times that by 3 buildings the same, and then all the row houses. You hear me?
Yeah,
So once the buildings get tore down and they scat out, you know what I'm talking about? Everybody ain't going to 63rd or none of that. Some people in No Limit, some people on 87, some people, and I'm going over there.
Right.
Cause
you
the people,
got ties to
and
all
then
them
the people who going over there, they name hold weight. Like, so the most of the people who go over there, once the people who go over there name hold weight, they be like, oh, they from Newtown. It's just something my guys and them did. I can't explain that to you. But it's something that they done put in that is like a pass, an eye pass.
Right.
I ain't gonna need a lot to you. It's an eye pass in a lot of neighborhoods, bro.
Right.
Just because of where I'm from.
Okay, so all right, so what about with your old man? So you say he had a good job when y'all was living over there with Mr. T and stuff. Then when he broke up, he's still around, or like
You know how parents, you know how that shit go. Like when they leave, when it's over with, it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he bounced. You know, I don't blame him. OG couldn't, you know, do the bills.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we had to go back to the project where we came from. Where we from anyway. You know what I'm talking about? Family members, everybody still over there. So
it wasn't nothing. But what I'm saying, like, but with your pops, he still living though, or he around?
Yeah, my pop's still around.
Yeah, that's
Hell
what's up.
yeah, my pop still, he gonna hustle to his hard stop.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hell yeah.
So what you said he was a street dude too. So to an extent, then you a street dude. He ever give you any like jewels or game to survive out? You know what I mean? I know it was rough in the trenches.
My motherfucking father, the reason why I wanted to start sticking, you know what I'm talking about, doing that type of shit, bro. Bro, going to Newtown. I'm a little kid, take me to Newtown, buying me pellet guns and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? I don't when I told you shit be gonna go south in the crib, we going outside. Let's get that in the dark. You know, they come, you got rocks? Let's get all that. You hear me? Slide back up the stairs. They'll tell the big guys like, man, somebody poked us. But they don't know.
You and your brothers, or this you and your friends?
Me and my brothers now. Me and my friends, all that shit. We had to eat.
Yeah.
We had to eat.
And with your mom, how many siblings you had with your mom, like who stayed in
my mom
one
got
house?
4 boys.
All boys.
Yeah, all boys.
Yeah, so I know you talk about one of your brothers, Imani, a lot of recipes. Like, how was it? Was y'all all close, all the siblings? Like, y'all had to be like them. How was it? Like,
Man, my brother, straight Debo on everything. Anybody know my brother? Like, he don't play that. Like how people be woofing on the internet, like he'll be watching your page. He one of them type, watch your page. Then next thing you know, you'll just hear about YouTube and gets his ass whooped all down up the street. You hear me? Dude then whooped him, beat him. My brother 6'3", 320. Solid, cocky. I'm talking about like that. He worked forklift in Minnesota and all that shit, so he gonna catch you. And when he catch you, he gonna whip you apart. Everybody who he caught, he ripped them apart, bro. They was looking like scrappy. And he biting noses. He doing all that shit on everything. Anybody know my brother, they know.
That's your big brother?
Yeah, that's my big brother. That's my big brother.
And then you the baby out of the four?
I'm the baby out of all of them. Imani the oldest.
Oh, he the oldest.
Yeah, he the oldest.
Oh, okay. All right, so coming up, like I want to go back to like when we growing up, like so how, like you ever, like when you coming outside, you ever see crazy shit, or it's just every day, like you ever walk outside and see something crazy in the jets on the low end when you were shorty?
Man, I done walked outside, goddamn, and seen the dead body. You ever seen Boys in the Hood? When you and your friends playing, we playing on the real, you playing on some railroad track shit, and you walk up, be like, what the fuck is that? With a stick and, well, twisted, you hear me?
Yeah?
Twisted on everything,
At
bro.
what age you seen it? Like,
man, I'm talking about this shit, 8, 9 years old. Damn. On everything. After that was my start of the behaviors of like catching guard snakes, torch them. Cats, you know what I'm talking about, set them on fire, gasoline, you know, all that, you know, you get to doing that, bro. Yeah, the hood shit, what you think cool, you know? But it's just behaviors that lead to something else if that shit don't get checked.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
a
I'm talking
fact,
about?
though. Yeah,
that's what I can say about that too.
Damn, 8 or 9 years old seeing something like that. Yeah, that got to be crazy, bro. On the real, yeah, that's deep. On the real, just on the street, just random, like
random.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just out, ain't nobody, everybody walking past, like ain't nobody concerned.
Damn.
Ain't none of that. You hear me?
Yeah, that's
like,
deep.
Hey, that's when I learned like some people must have fucked up the church's money. You hear me?
I was just
if everybody walking past and they ain't trying to help this man on everything.
I was just finna get into that. Like today, you see killings, it be kind of, from my perspective, it be looking kind of senseless, or I don't know, a lot of killings senseless. I think you could kill somebody and it be justified, but it's like certain crimes not justified. You get what I'm saying? But some of the killings we see with the youngins, it be like y'all tweaking, bro. Like y'all crashing out, like how you would say, like, or y'all doing too much. But it's like back then it was structured, so when something like that happened, it was ordained. You know what I mean? Like it was passed down. That's probably why motherfuckers walking the path. Like
that's for sure. You couldn't just go and slide. What they say. Sure, no, you just couldn't go and slide. Man, if that shit didn't come from the top, you hear me? Boy, you would have known. You would have known he messed up on my mama. It's called pumpkin heads, man. I'm talking about, I done seen people, they head still that big. And I done seen their head like that since 1996,
so
bro.
that motherfucker ain't never went down.
They still got an airhead on everything, bro. Like, for real, that's them project ass whoopings.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But all right, so basically the violence wasn't nothing like it is today back then.
No, hell no, the violence was worse.
Oh, back then?
Hell yeah, it was worse. But it was so orchestrated and structured that, man, if a nigga died, bro, he deserved to die.
Right.
Like, look, I done seen this, no bullshit. This, like, I'm like 11 years old. We finna walk to Manton Park. Our project called Manton Park, but for some reason our pool was in the Ida B. Wells. You hear me? It's Manton Park swimming pool, but our project's called Manton Park. I just think they got high and they placed the pool. They was supposed to put the pool on our side, but they got high and put the pool in the wrong spot and they just said, fuck it. But anyways, we was finna go to the park. We was finna go to Manton Park pool. Man, and it's like 100 people out there. It's hot. It's like 80-something degrees, 90 degrees. It's burning. I'll never forget this, bro. A motherfucker just hopped out of a car, walked to the middle of the crowd with everybody else, and hit a nigga dead in his head. Boom. Drop. Boom. Ain't hit nobody else. And walked off.
How old was you,
back.
saying?
Man, I was 11 years old, bro. No bullshit. Me and my homie, then we going to Manton Park swimming pool.
Like when you see something like that, 11 with, it's like you with your little homies, is like with y'all just, damn, yo, like how is it? It ain't like crazy, or how was it? How would you describe it when you seen that? Like how did it affect you?
It's like we was stuck because we seen this shit. We know what I'm talking about. We was stuck because we just pictured this shit. Even though dude was masked up and everything, dude had motherfucking masked up, all that shit. Everything was masked up. It was a ninja. You know what I'm talking about? They would have asked us, who did it? It was a ninja.
Right.
Because that's the only thing we could have described that looked like him, a ninja. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he just walked up, bro. I respect niggas like that, bro. Like,
but I'm saying, I understand that, but I'm saying, but how would it affect you? Like when you seen it, was it like, y'all just, it was kind of like, normal because y'all.
Damn, he just smoked them. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like that. Like we know what smoking mean and
all
that shit.
You already seen the dead body.
Yeah, bro.
So
he like, damn, he just smoked me. We couldn't run, like I said, because we was stuck. You know, it's like a group of 7 of us, so we stuck. Imagine everybody, when a gunshot go off, everybody boom, bumping into each other. That's what type of time it was. And then the crowd that he walked in, it was like 100 people right there. They just walked up in the crowd, bro. Boom.
Damn, just blended in.
Blended in.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy on the real.
So it far as affecting, like I said, that's them behaviors get to showing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they get to showing, bro.
Yeah. And that's something that a lot of people don't see. Like you, one kid, and growing up seeing shit like that, but it's a lot of other kids seeing shit like that too. Because if you saying the violence was worse back then, You get what I'm saying?
It was worse,
You
bro.
get what I'm saying? So it's like y'all, like the generations growing up witnessing shit like that. It's like a lot. We mimic behaviors as human beings. You
Like
get what I'm saying?
it
Like
wasn't no switches back then, but it was shit called Uzis.
Hell yeah. The Max,
On everything,
all
yeah.
that,
You know what I'm talking about? Shit that the switches. You know what I'm talking about? They just know the switches because it's cool. They want a little object on the back of a gun, but this shit you don't even need that shit. That's just another case, that little box.
Yeah.
That's another case added on to a case.
Then when you saying that, I want to jump around. Now, hold on. I got a couple questions. All right, one, what the guns, like, how the guns so accessible do you think? Like, as far as like when the short, like, okay, it was a video that was on TikTok. It was going viral where these shorties was hooping. They playing basketball. It was one guy recording them, but they got 40 moves they got all kind of moves in the bag. You know what I mean? One of them had a damn machine gun in his in his drawers. It's like. So was guns always accessible in Chicago like that? First, I want to ask that. Was guns always accessible in Chicago like how them shorties had them straps? Like when y'all generation was coming up, was the moves just available like that?
I ain't gonna lie. Folks them from my buildings had a lot of pipes, crates on top of crates. But
Right.
they had money.
Mm-hmm.
The money was coming in. If your building doing 60, 70,000 a night, and that's just one building. We got 3 more buildings and row houses. So imagine them lines that's doing that shit too. So it was accessible, but it's reckless now. They just got a man. Like you can go in the gas station damn near and get a pipe with a switch on that motherfucker.
All right. So when you said, the buildings. Back then, it was the structure and it was the drug. It was the crack era. So motherfuckers was getting money back then more so than just
money,
that dumb
bro.
shit.
Like,
Yeah. So you had to have guns to protect your shit sometimes, like to an extent. But like and like you said, it was structure. But today, these shorties, I don't really know if they hustling because I don't know. I ain't in the streets like that no more. You know what I mean? I'll be out the way type. You know what I mean? But it's like. I don't know what they doing to hustle. I don't know if it's like it ain't no crack or nothing like or weed. I don't know. I guess you could sell weed and shit, but it's like they ain't got no buildings or nothing. Basically, they don't got no organizations where they making money to the point where they need something to protect or where they be generating the money to buy all them moves. So it's like, what would you speculate? Like I ain't, you just speculating, but it's like where you think they getting all these moves from? You get what I'm saying? Like that shit kind of crazy when you see that video.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Crazy.
I ain't gonna even lie. When I be seeing the videos with the 11-year-olds and the 12-year-olds, when when 12 be catching them and they be like they 11 years old, they just hijack 18 people. You hear me? I be like, you wondering like how the hell did they get a gun?
Yeah.
11 years old. How the hell? How can you explain that?
Say you wondering like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like
though.
that's disturbing, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's disturbing. They just everywhere, bro. I don't know how they get it. Like I done heard theories in Chicago. Like some people say they dropping them off in alleys and crates. I never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I prayed for a couple crates and I ain't never seen it. So I don't know what they talking about the conspiracy about. But look, far as the freight train, yeah, I just heard the freight train got hit a couple times. You hear me? And like we just seen it on the news. Motherfucker, soon the freight come through, and I wonder like, why are they sending shit right through the hoods? And this shit come right through Inglewood, the train every time. It's just mysterious. And then it get hit every time. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. It gotta be. It's something to it now, bro.
Yeah,
like y'all
true.
steady sending the same train, and then they can still write it off. Whether they
Right.
get that to them people or not, it's insurance.
Right,
So somebody gonna get their money back and more.
Damn, that's deep.
now
I didn't think about that.
they adding on more crates that wasn't in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they took 10,000 crates out of there.
Mm-hmm.
It probably was only 2,000 crates in there.
Exactly.
But now,
It's insurance claim.
Yeah. And now they come and investigate us. They come and investigate the neighborhoods. When the feds come in for that shit, they come and investigate us because,
Mm-hmm.
the guns, whoever did it, man, they
Right.
just sent the guns and let the guns just, you know what I'm talking about, get in the rack like that.
Yeah. That's deep. You just said the insurance claim. Like I ain't think about that insurance claim shit, but that's some real shit though. All right, so we went through the law. So we threw the law in. So you said your pop. Okay, I went through it with your pops. All right, so with your was you close with your parents, like, or was it just like like hood shit? I'm from the hood too, so you know what I mean. But it's like how was it like
when I got like 16 like that, like it was still like family, like with my daddy always. My daddy throw parties, feed the whole neighborhood, all type of shit. Like everybody know my daddy, and we was still close. My mom, she was, you know, on drugs, so she was around. She was around when we seen her, or she was around, but you know. She was just fighting her demons at the time. You know, we grown now. Everybody do drugs now, so everybody a cracker. Who the fuck is judge my mama?
Yeah,
when you walking around with a baby bottle with fucking syrup in it. You know, like, how the fuck can you judge my mama? All that shit is the same shit she doing. It's just in a rock form or whatever she doing. You doing the shit in liquid form. You know what I'm talking about? So
nah, real shit. Motherfucker ain't judging. Like, we all been through it, and all us from the hood got our stories, you know what I mean? We all been through it, bro, on the real. All right, so when you on the low end, so you said like in 02 they tore the buildings down?
Yeah, 02, 01.